I love it when you talk dirty.
Welcome back to part 2 of the Dirty Talks podcast. We're a little more drunk, as you can see. I hope I'm not slurring over my words too much.
Good.
Okay, thank
job.
you. Thank you, my Lord.
You're doing great, sweetie.
See, words of affirmation, that might be one of my new favorite love languages. I don't know. I still like physical touch. As you can see, she's touching me. But I want to get right into it. So the second half is going to be more, relationship-based questions, freakier questions. Shout out to Jasmine's brother and his girl for telling us to spice it up a little bit.
They said we was born, guys.
Tired.
They thought we was nuns up here or something. So I do want to bring this up. So I feel like when everybody want to settle down, they want like the safe relationship. And, it's usually like when you settle down, you did all the quote unquote fun whole shit like in your past before you got to that person that you want to marry, have a traditional family and a traditional relationship and shit. Oh, see, I'm slurring my words. You can tell the drink's getting to me. Why don't man or women ever settle down with people they do the whole shit with and have the most fun with? It's like, why can't you have both? I feel like a lot of times people feel like they can't settle down with the person they was doing, the freakiest shit they ever done before with, having the fun, doing the whole shit. It's like, oh, I need me a safe person who I'm going to settle down with, who don't do none of that, so I can feel like I'm meeting the standards of whatever bullshit standards society has. But I also feel like that's why a lot of people cheat in relationships, because they feel like they can just put that part of themselves away and hide it and tuck it. And I feel like that's not healthy. I feel like you should settle down with somebody who you can still have fun with, within boundaries, of course. But I notice a lot of people settle down with people who they feel like they can't be them full version of themselves with. So why do y'all think that?
That's a loaded question. For one, I feel like purity culture has a lot of us fucked up, especially men. I feel like men don't want to see their women in their full-fledged freak flagness. And primarily because it's half-sided. Men are wanting women to be freaky with men on men terms. So that's like one side of it. And then another side of it is purity culture for the femme side. We've been told that in order to be a good wife, a mother and all of that, that we have to dumb down the amount of freakiness that we have. So we try to soil our oats early, and then by the time we get to the men that we want to be with, then we settle the fuck down. Then it's just for you. The freak shit is just for you. So it's like socially and religious reasons, all sorts of reasons that could come into play.
So I feel like a lot of the times when you're younger, you doing all the free stuff with people, it's people that you really don't know, kind of like on a personal level. It be more on a freaky level, like, damn, you kind of match my freakiness, So we never really got to know each other. We just been doing this thing, in 12 months went by, and we just still been doing this thing. So one of the things is, like, it's never really, like, no feelings there. It might be sexual feelings and how people say soul ties. But besides that, like, I really don't know you. Like, I mean, what's your favorite color? I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
hey,
got
what you
two.
doing?
It's got
I'm
the
free from 2 to
fucking...
6.
I'm dead.
Together. So I think that's one of the things that stop them from settling down with that person. But I do feel like you should just really, if you meet somebody and y'all level freakiness is good, and then y'all can bond outside of that and have a connection, and why not settle down with them? But sometimes you can't. Like, sometimes that's all you got from that person. Like, that's all you like about them. So you're not about to settle with them.
I feel like the insecurities get the best of people to the point where, so say if two people did get in a relationship and one person was still trying to be free or open-minded to certain things, they would try to like make that person a shell of themselves and be like, oh, you can't do this if we're in a relationship. If we want to get married one day, you're going to have to calm all that down. You can't be out here shaking your ass. You can't be doing X, Y, and Z, because that's not wifey or marriage material. But I feel like the people who are healed and who are really secure with themselves, like, you want that person to be them. Like, you don't want them acting like nobody else. But I feel like because of how society is set up and the bullshit ass standards they set up, they make you believe that you have to be a certain way in order to live that traditional lifestyle that's most of the time is boring as fuck. I mean, maybe some people want to genuinely live that lifestyle, but I just feel like, why can't you be yourself? Like, who says you can't go out with each other and y'all be on the yacht and, you know, your girl shaking her ass or the dude got his shirt off, being a hoochie daddy, whatever the shit is. Like, as long as y'all have, like, here we go. But as long as y'all, like,
He's gonna
are...
be free to be slutted out here soon, ladies. I'm in therapy now.
Oh, man. Don't tell him that.
It's about your time.
I don't want
almost
to...
Put in your
that time.
applications.
Women, as long as y'all don't treat me like a piece of meat, you know, we're gonna have a, but treat me
we
with
gonna do
respect. Nah, y'all gotta wine and dine me first. Give me a steak first. Yeah, give me a steak. Not a well done steak though. I don't like that shit.
A juicy steak.
Yeah, medium well is cool.
You don't want to
But
be treated like a piece of meat?
y'all gonna treat me like a piece of meat after y'all wine and dine me first. Like you and the other girl gotta wine and
we
dine me
already
first.
been to the date and everything. When you get back through the house,
Yeah, you treat me like a piece of meat. Slut me
So
out.
y'all like switch, like the dominance.
No, I let her do her
One.
thing. So like in the like usually in the beginning, you know, Jasmine would initiate shit, and then I'll just pick my. Oh, on a date, we just I don't know. I really just be being myself. Like I just be cracking jokes, and we both be charming. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's be like, oh my god. That's how the girl be like back and forth shit. Like we just be doing our thing. Like it's kind of like effortless,
like
but we don't be
Michael
competing
Jordan
with
and Pippen.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't. It's
right?
like Kobe
Is
and
it
Michael
Pippen?
Jordan because
Kobe and Michael
Pippen
Jordan.
was like a step back from Jordan. I feel like we both can be like, you know what I'm saying?
Obviously.
Nah, fuck it. I'll let you get fuck it. I'll be Pippen because I like her being the person to initiate shit. So I don't mind like taking a step back and letting her
You
like
know what?
control
I
the
feel like
moment.
I'm almost there in my healing journey to where I wouldn't mind being Pippen. I would want to see you work your magic like all the way.
No, she wanted me to be Michael Jordan, and she wanted to be.
You'd have to be Jordan.
Yeah, you
lot
seen
of
what
us-
happens when Pippen was the lead player. They didn't
feel like I-
win the championship.
Give me like 2 more months in therapy.
But
see about that.
But no, damn. What was my original? Oh yeah, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I feel like back to your original question. I feel like like you said, you should be able to be your person. Like, you should be able to be that person. Like, I remember that post been going around. They keep screenshotting it to the point where it's blurry now.
The quality got lower and lower. The resolution.
Like, it came from like MySpace and finally made the Instagram.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
But it was like,
From the
would
time
you
days.
let your girl go out and wear this outfit? And
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I don't
care.
give a
Like,
shit.
Yeah, it look good. You know, you don't come on to me, and if you not, I mean, you made your choice. Like, I always feel like it's a choice. Like, no matter what it is, you gonna make the choice you want to make. I can't control you. I can't scare you. I can't force you. I can't beg you. You gonna make that choice. So if you gonna go out and cheat, whatever you gonna, that's what
Yeah,
you gonna do.
listen,
you know?
the dark art's gonna find its way to the light. And like the type of ass Jasmine got, she got an ignorant ass, an ignorant booty. Like it's hard to hide that shit. So it's like, I can't, what the fuck I'm gonna make her do?
sneaking
Wear
around.
like a fucking 4X large? I'm like, no, you can't.
In a Nakabi.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna make her a fucking nun out here. It's like I just have to trust that you know she respect. Yeah, right? Oh shit, take it back to the 2000s. For the 99 to 2000. Yeah, right, exactly. They were like, oh, she's living in a different era.
They still is.
They're gonna look at her as a female time traveler.
I need have Sexy Red come out on a jersey dress. Watch all these hoes start wearing jersey dresses.
Hey, I would not be surprised. That'd be a fight. Hey, that'd be a good marketing scheme for sure. That definitely.
And what did they have the Nike heels or like the Jordan heels or some shit? Was it the Jordan heels?
They can't get away with
Oh no,
it.
the Jordan heels.
If they gonna do anything.
I just feel like a lot of times, men and women, they'll see somebody they like, and they be like, oh, okay, this person got potential, but I need to conquer them. I need to fix them up a bit, or I need to change this about them. I feel like people have to learn nowadays to accept people for who they are. It's like, fuck the potential shit. Like, potential shit can come in when you see I got financial goals together. But like, as far as how the person carry themselves and personality traits, you have to accept that off top. People have to stop thinking you can change somebody into who you want them to be for you. And if you think about it, that's really selfish at the end of the day, because it's for you. What works for the best for the both of y'all? I feel like accept people for who they are at face value, and then y'all work from there. But people don't like being honest with themselves. You know what I'm saying? People become like with a selfish mindset, and I don't even think they realize it or conscious of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a subconscious thing.
But I feel like there is a tug, there's a pull and a push and a pull with that. You also have to be willing to accept, but you also have to be willing to grow, and you also have to be patient with the person who needs to grow, because we are looking at a new paradigm of relationship. We're all, especially with the Black home and Black love, because we are just now learning how to like come together again and putting each other first and trying to heal what's been broken amongst each other as Black women and Black men. So there's a lot of patience patience, a lot of time, but there needs to be willingness. But it's just, you have to go into these new ideas of, too many times we're trying to compare ourselves to our Caucasian counterparts.
Yeah. When they
and
copy
we are
us
on-
all the time. That's the crazy part. They copy us from the
but we also
beginning.
we have to
Look at
understand that
Elvis.
we're walking into this with a lot of wounds, a lot of generational trauma. So we have an extra layer of things that we're having to like walk into. So it's not like, oh, we have this new idea of what relationships should be like. Let's just, and you better be there. And I feel like that's a lot of the times what black men have. And I'm not trying to make this a black women versus black men thing at all, but black men has kind of started this, oh, well, you know, I'm a high value man and I deserve this and that and this and that. Nah, nigga, we need to start out at like the healing part. You are a psychopath and like you have, you know what I mean? Like you have wounds and you have things you need to heal in your family and all sorts of stuff. So it's like baby steps. So and I don't want to give our audience like this false idea of, you know, yeah, be free and be your freaky self and find your counterpart. But I'm telling you right now, if you try to do that and you're trying to find a black woman, good luck. Because there's so much more there's so many other steps that you have to make apparent before you just jump straight into that. There's a lot of healing that needs to be in place. There's a lot of healthy mental states you have to get to before you get to that point. So it's not gonna just jump straight into, oh, I love you, you love me, this is where I'm at in my sexual life.
And seen the Barney song off top.
And just skip steps.
No. Basically, people need to heal before they get into relationships, whether that's like therapy, whatever. People have to find themselves and be comfortable with themselves. Too many times people get into relationships where they don't even know who they are individually, and they end up lashing out in ways that's unhealthy towards their partner. So I feel like a lot of people are just hopping in relationships because it's convenient for their financial situation, or they just don't want to be alone. They don't know how to be with themselves. People are afraid to look within themselves and see what type of flaws they have. That's why psychedelics not legal, because a lot of people are scared what might come up, you know, on the surface, what they've been trying to put away. They don't want to fight certain demons. They running from that shit. So I feel like if people heal, then get into relationships, I feel
also have to take into account that this is new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole idea of incorporating a freer lifestyle amongst a relationship is new for everybody. It's new. So you can't go into any relationship and think that it's just going to be super smooth. And this is just based off of even just me and you. Me and you individually were extremely free and open sexually. And
I was just about to say everybody, not us. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, we had lots of conversations on what we wanted our relationship to look like. Beautiful. And even we encountered so many, you know what I mean? So it's like you really have to go in with the open mind. Don't just go in and say, oh, this is where I'm at and this is where you're at. Oh, if you're not where I'm at, then fuck all of this. That's just, then you will never find nobody. You know, you will never find anybody. It would be, do you see yourself doing this? Yeah. And if so, can we work on getting there?
A lot of people don't like having them uncomfortable conversations, though.
Yeah.
Again, because people are not here, they don't even know who they are. So how the fuck they gonna bring up uncomfortable shit to their partner? A lot of people just sneak and do it.
Or potential partner.
Yeah, just sneak and do shit behind their back.
I feel like these conversations need to be had on date nights.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's why that's why the last pod, or when we did the last live show, I feel like it's good. It's healthy to shake the table in the beginning, because I don't like the honeymoon stage. I feel like everybody's being fake or got this facade up to where they being the best version of themselves. You really don't know. Like I like to ask uncomfortable questions off top, so I know who the fuck I'm dealing with. I don't want it to be 3 months down the line. I'm just now finding out some shit about you. I need to know what your dating history. I need to know why you might have broke
I
up with
felt
your
like
past few
that's
exes.
why that's kind of what inspired me to tell him like, yo, we need to start a podcast because dating him when we first started dating, it was like I was being interviewed for a podcast.
It's the Virgo in me.
And then he sent me to his panel of friends, and I was like, yo,
Oh yeah, my friends was grilling her
this
ass.
is a podcast. This whole shit. I'm like at the end of the pool table, his friends surrounding the pool
Yeah, my
table.
friends don't play about me.
asking
Shout out to my
boom,
brothers.
Boom, boom, question after question. I'm like, y'all niggas need to start a podcast. Let's start a podcast. What the hell we doing?
That'd
This
been
is
too
golden.
much.
All of this shit. I was having fun. I don't know what them other bitches were doing, being faced with that type of
They
shit.
get emotional and like storm out.
I was like smiling in people's
Yeah.
faces. Like,
There was only a
give
few
me another
who,
one.
or some girls was just like sit in the corner and be on her phone, not really interact. I think a lot of women were intimidated by my family and friends, and the fact that
That would be
Jasmine
a
stood
lot,
up to
though.
them. Yeah, but me like that type of shit. Honestly, I feel more comfortable dating women who got like the hood cousins and hood dads. And I just blend right in because I know it's like real recognized, real type of thing, and I know how
y'all
to.
was together.
No, this is when we first started
This is
talking.
when we first started talking.
Yeah, like I like that.
And I got
I don't know.
grilled-
I like
got
winning people.
grilled
I
in a
think.
basement
Yeah, like I like.
around a pool table.
I like
Okay, so
winning
you
people
started
over.
Talking like, okay, y'all was just like, okay, now we're dating.
Yeah.
And then the next day you was down.
No, not the
Nah,
next
not
day.
the next day. I wanna
Maybe,
say,
maybe
like,
like a couple
week
weeks.
2,
Yeah, a couple.
week
Yeah, a couple
3.
weeks. But like I like winning
Okay,
people over. I like
okay.
that of like, okay, they feel my energy, they feel my vibe. Like I like putting people at ease or just making them feel calm. Like I don't want them to feel threatened by me. Like I feel like once people meet me and they know how I carry myself, they be like, okay, he's a genuine guy. Like he's cool. Like I ain't got nothing to worry about. I know, my sister or my little cousin is in good hands with him type of shit. And I feel like that's how it should be. But I feel like it's a red flag when whoever you are dating, this could be another topic. Like it's a red flag whenever you dating somebody and they don't make an effort to like try to get to know like your family and friends or just try to be cool with them or cordial. It's like if they purposely go in the corner and just disassociate themselves and isolate themselves from what's going on. I feel like that's a red flag because I don't want to have to worry about how you gonna interact with them every time we come around. I want to know I can leave a room for a few minutes and y'all still vibing, everything is still cool. Like, I don't want to have to worry about, oh damn, is Jasmine arguing with them right now, or is she crying, or like what's going on? I like a woman who know how to carry themselves no matter what type of room we walk in.
Yeah.
That
I
does
had a
look
question. I be wanting to call you body mechanics so bad. Or just mechanics.
fine. The more people call you Tyler or body, I would assume body mechanics, right?
Yeah, like Mr. Mechanics.
Mr. Mechanics. That's dope. Mr.
Oh, yeah.
That's the superhero name.
Are you
Mr. Officer.
what type of relationship dynamic
Oh, it was. Yeah, what's
are
your
you
ideal?
most privy to?
Okay, rephrase the question so I'll make sure.
Like, what do you like?
Like, would you be monogamous, or do you want a
Monogamous,
traditional monogamy, or do you want you and your girl to date girls? Or
I can't do right now a traditional relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
I learned to learn myself and not to lie to myself. And I know that I can't be in a fully committed relationship. Maybe like a 95% committed.
95. So what would a 95%
Monogamous.
would look
That's
would
what
look
we
for?
said.
would look like?
95% committed relationship is all my feelings. Because it's crazy because I believe that you can love somebody and still have sex with somebody else.
Yeah.
Sure.
So 95% is all my feelings, all my support. Everything goes towards you and your life, your goals, everything. But every now and then I stumble off, as far as need and variety. It's like, okay, and as a man, you understand, like, as soon as you're done, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to my life.
Right. It's the
I-
post-come clarity.
Yeah, like, you come to your senses, literally. Why am I here? But, it is what it is.
Spidey senses start tingling.
And I have learned, like, now when I date, I tell people, like, hey, this is me. Like,
I respect that.
this is what I come with.
Niggas be
Even
hiding
if we
it.
stay together for 40 years, probably like in between the 40 years, I'm gonna step out every now and then. I'm always gonna come back home and I'm always gonna be there for you. And it's, I'm gonna be safe and I'm gonna do it the right way. But I know me at this point of my life. Now, in 5 years, I could change and be like, no, I'm just gonna be with this one woman for the rest of my life.
Now, would you want to date girls with your girl, or would you want like a more of an open situation, or do you want her to go out and do her own thing as well, or you just?
I believe in shit being equal.
Okay.
If I'm gonna do it, you could do it
can do
too.
it. Okay.
I have never ran into a woman who was like, no, I'm gonna do it too, because they like, nah, because I'd rather just be with one person. It's just type of people that I end up like dealing with. But they know, like, all right, don't look too much into things because you more likely gonna find something because it's more likely something there because he tells me it's something that may be there.
Right.
So, I date a woman with a woman. Like, no problem with that. I could date a woman just by herself, or I could date a woman who every now and then do the same thing.
With a
I do.
man, yeah.
It comes with life. And if that's what makes you happy, that's fine. If that makes us happy, it makes us work. Because how can I tell you I'm about to go out and do this and be like, no,
You got to stay at home and take care of the kids
now
and
you
cook
up all
and
night
clean.
like, damn.
You come home, like she watching you
Right.
get ready, spraying your best cologne on. You excited to see another bitch.
Because I can tell you right now, there's a lot of men who know that about themselves, that they're not able to just be committed to one woman, and they
won't
just
say
step-
shit
They
to
won't
their girl.
say shit.
They do it behind their back.
They'll just do it behind their back. Yeah.
I was in a relationship and, like I do good, but I just kept fucking up. And then one day I was like, hey, listen,
I
we should probably
understand.
break up. She was like,
Damn.
what? I was like, man, I
just
just
tell
can't,
you.
I can't get it right. Like, man. Like I ain't did nothing recently, but it's the urge. It's like I
Yeah.
guess when like when people be like serial killers and then they be cool for like
Yeah, like
10
Jeffrey
years.
Dahmer. Yeah, the
And
Jeffrey
then, like,
Dahmer.
on year
Yeah.
11, they like, ooh,
I gotta eat a nigga.
I just gotta
When
eat a
is your
heart.
birthday?
I just gotta eat a heart.
It'd
You
be
know
like
what
one
I'm
of them things like, oh, the urge is coming. I had to have that conversation. I was like, hey, listen,
Gotta eat an
I
ass
ain't did
cheek.
nothing, but I probably am. They was
Here
like,
soon.
Here,
you like, we should break
Aquarius?
up.
I feel
I'm
like
like, what you want to do?
saying?
That's
You an
like,
Aquarius?
I'm Taurus.
Taurus.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, we should break
It's
up.
showing.
And she was like, no, I like you. I was like, well,
So she was cool
alright.
with? Did she like? She was
Up
cool
to
with you doing what you?
No, she was like, you just don't want to go to therapy. I was like, therapy might can
Therapy-
fix this, but I don't
Nah,
think
because
so.
9 times out of 10, therapy is just gonna reaffirm you.
Yeah. What you
Where you're
already
at.
wanted.
Because I mean, it ain't me going in there confused. I know.
Right. Like that's why you told her what you
trying
told
to
her.
tell
Type
It's not
shit.
like you have a sex addiction. It's just that's who you are.
Yeah.
And your therapist is gonna see that and be like, nah, that's
Well, you
kinda
probably
what
need to
you
end this
need.
relationship.
Right.
She's not going to hear that.
It
Go
was,
ahead.
it was cool. And then I finally, like, we ended up breaking up for something else. But normally we get back together. And I was like, no, let's not. Because,
You don't want to hurt her.
yeah, like, I'd have been through that.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
bad
The guilt
at-
sucks.
Yeah,
When it comes to shit
yeah.
like that, like it keep you up at night.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm
After a
bad
while.
at dealing with like that. Like I get caught, I'm like, damn, all right, well, I'm just gonna leave because I fucked up and I just won't bother you. And they like, you not gonna say nothing? I'm like, what is it to say? I'm
Yeah.
caught. Like it's like killing somebody having a gun. They like, you not gonna defend yourself? You seen me do it, like.
And then it's like now you can do it back, bitch. Like the hell?
yeah, like get your payback.
Oh, so here go Jazz. Like, do it back.
No, for real. Get
Yeah.
your
Fight
payback.
fire with
Do it
fire.
back. I'm the type
Fire
of
with
person
fire.
that I'll hurt your feelings real bad.
Fight fire with fire.
Don't let me
I don't
catch
know
you.
if that's like a bad thing or not. I guess it depends on who you dealing with. Like, okay, if you cheat and you cheat back, can we be even and move on with life, or is it like that's always gonna be on the back burner?
Ooh, it depends on who you're dealing with.
Some girls, like in the past, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I cheated and somehow they found out, I would just break up with them. Because it's like, I already know they're going to be spiraling. I'm not about to give you that chance to get back. What the fuck? Like, I already know in the back of your mind, your wheels going to start
This nigga
spinning and
said, "You caught
turning.
me red-handed.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm like,
out."
I'm going to have to get the fuck up out of there. Because I'm just like, I already know it's always going to be in the back of your mind. Or you never going to get over
You're
it.
one of them people. So I
Yeah.
definitely some clients who have cheated before, who dudes have cheated before. So that's why they insecure, because they like, oh man, it's the time to get back. And she like, this ain't the time. I got it last week with his best friend. Like, he don't even know. I've been got to get back. But it happens though. Like I think
They got to get back before it even happened.
yeah,
before they
like
even knew.
yeah, like I
Just
don't
in
know.
case. Just in case, get
Just
back.
in case
Fuck
you
out of
doing-
here. That's
just in
crazy.
case you doing some shit, nigga.
Oh, hell no. That's crazy. You fuck my best friend just in case I slip
Just in
up.
case.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
I don't make it.
I mean, what's gonna hurt more though? Like you already won. That
Yeah.
case,
Yeah.
she already got you by like 20
Just
points.
gonna-
Yeah, I just feel like it shouldn't be a tit for tat. I feel like if you do find your partner cheating, it's best to just leave. If you genuinely can't, forgive your partner for cheating, I feel like it's just best to leave, because at that point, it's always gonna be in the back of your head. You're always gonna be wondering. You might start fucking niggas just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, you don't want that type of relationship. Like that's just a toxic ass relationship. And like back to my point, like when men and women don't cuff the person they've been like the sluttiest with, I feel like that's when people get curious and start having flashbacks. It's like, say they work in this 9-to-5 job, they got a traditional family, they come home, their wife is cooking and cleaning, or the husband is cutting the grass and doing the regular shit, and it becomes like a routine. It's like starts to feel like robotic.
sex life.
Yeah, robotic and shit. And then they have flashbacks like, damn, this bitch sucked the shit out of my dick in the car.
Y'all really ready for a
like in the
message?
park.
Y'all really ready for a message
But
with that,
but no, that's why I feel like people should settle down with people who they also have awesome sex with. I'm not saying that should be the only thing that you go off of,
No, it
but like
has
should
to
be a
be- it
mix
has to
of
be
like,
sex.
Yeah.
like, you know, a plethora of
Got
things.
to.
But like,
Gotta be.
it can't just be one thing. But that should be a part of it. I feel like people overlook like the freakiest moments or the funnest you had sexual wise. People overlook that and look like, oh no, that was just a fun time. I'm like, no, that should be a permanent part of your life, along with the other shit you need for a healthy relationship.
All right, Professor Jasmine is in the
Oh,
building.
what you about to say?
So
Here you go.
along with that, a lot of the times when people are afraid of peace, and a lot of times when people are afraid of quote unquote the mundane or routine or whatever, that's a trauma response, especially in the Black community, because we are so used to chaos and we are so used to survival mode and we are so used to those hits of not dopamine, cortisol, the stress hormone. We get so used to it to where we are addicted to it. So if our system isn't consistently in like a fight or flight mode, or if we're not consistently being hit with those low lows and those high highs, then we start looking at our quote unquote mundane life, which is really just peace and comfort and safety. We start looking at it as the enemy, and we're like, something is wrong here. So
I need to shake some shit
so
up. I need to start an
well,
argument.
we have to shake
Punch
some
a
shit
hole
up,
in the wall.
or I need to go cheat, or I need to manipulate, or I need to gaslight, or I need to start the, you know what I mean? So especially in the Black community, where in these conversations, oh, well, I'm gonna have to shake some shit up, or oh, this is getting boring, or oh, and this is not, maybe not even just, it's not just in the Black community, but
Yeah, it's
I only like as a
every-
Black
yeah,
people,
every-
but it's every
It's
race,
around.
you know. But a lot of the times that feeling of discomfort and peaceful and joyful moments, or when things are actually running like a well-oiled machine,
Yeah.
we look at that and we're, this is unsafe to me, and
Something
that's
gotta be
when
wrong.
you go cheat, or that's when you be like, oh, this is boring, bitch, you need to fucking woo, or
Yeah.
this and that. So sometimes in moments like that, it could be, yeah, maybe we need to do something different, plan a date, or da-da-da. Or maybe it's because you are afraid of safety and comfort. in
Yeah,
your
especially
own
when you
home.
grew up with a lot of like you said, trauma and just like a toxic environment.
Chaos. When
Yeah,
you grew up
chaos.
around
The chaos. You used to shit. You used to always being on your
Always
toes,
going
whether it
down.
was in a healthy way or in a bad way.
Yeah.
It's definitely a stage.
Yeah.
It's a growing stage. I think when it comes to, like, for the first thing you said, a relationship where it shouldn't be all about, about sex, but it has to be
Part of it.
Part of it, because I have been in a relationship where everything was good, but the sex. Now I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah. Because that's like the climax. Like if you go out to dinner, y'all celebrating. How you want to celebrate the end of the night with sex, right? And if you know the sex is whack, you're not looking forward to that shit.
You
then
didn't teach her nothing then? You didn't
think
show her
about, like,
shit?
the other sex that you done had, it's bad
Right.
with that.
Yeah.
You like,
know?
damn, I done got my
I
dick
couldn't
stuck
do
in the
it.
alley. This shit was
How
fire.
long you putting up with something like that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of cheating was happening.
A lot of shit.
Yeah,
lot of
unfortunately.
shit.
But I really loved her though.
Yeah, it was
She
like,
was so dope.
Still love him.
I love you, though.
The
yeah,
love is
I just
involved.
gotta get this out, and then
Just gotta
bake you a
bust this
cake or
other
something. Build
nut.
you, I build
Bake
you-
a cake.
build you
Oh
something.
shit.
Build you
and
something.
then another thing, I think it was something about the chaos or something that you were saying. I think I forgot it.
What?
About the what?
The cats?
Growing up chaos.
Growing up in chaos and toxic environment.
Very
People don't know
toxic.
how to deal with peace because of that shit.
It's them. It's the cortisol. You get addicted to it, and I like to talk about things in meta, but I also like to bring it down to science. You get addicted to the cortisol, like you get just like how as an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
we get addicted to burnout.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. So when you break things down biologically and you understand and you see things from a biological standpoint, you have to understand how to defeat it after a while. And you'll never find happiness that way. If you're just always like, oh, look at my kids all quiet and calm, and my wife is over there happy in her bonnet. Fuck that bitch.
Peaceful.
That bitch boring as shit. And then you start looking at her like the enemy.
Yeah.
You know, or same thing with women,
That's when
like,
you lose.
Or you feel
all
like
he
something
do,
is
he
coming.
come
So,
home,
like-
he does the same thing every day. He don't be sucking my toes or bitch didn't ask him to suck a toe. And then when he does it, it's like, he ain't even doing it right.
You gotta find your person. So when you do
don't
date
come
or
out
you
with it.
finally settle down with somebody, sometimes people settle down, especially when it's younger, before they know they self. So you thought you liked one thing, but I mean, you liked that at 21, but at 27, you don't give a fuck about that shit no more. Like your
Man,
life changed, and but you done been with these people for so long, you scared of change. You're comfortable. You know, you're scared to date somebody new or be with somebody new. So every time it's
That's
a
a
breakup,
fact.
you like, we're gonna just go back to what it was. So
You can't always do that.
you can't always do that because I mean, I feel like everybody has a person. Like this is your person at the end of the day because y'all sexually, mentally, everything is a bond. You know. Yeah, everything matches well. So this is your person. But some people that have person who like only like they sex, you know.
Facts.
Different things.
Yeah, they're
They
terrible.
don't even think the same.
Toxic person, but you know they got good sex or they take care of them, but they just like they're not a good person. And you trying to make that work, and you can't make that work, you know. So you trying to keep it together. But if you have your person, somebody who is open to things, you know, like how you say, like, come on, you know, suck my toes. He like, all right, nigga, 9 out of 10, like, what you want me to do?
Right.
And, you know, you like, all right, and then you open to tell him, like, okay, try it this way and that way, because now everybody open to suggestions.
You just got to
like
communicate.
Yeah.
Communication is
key.
the best. Yeah.
For sure.
So if you got somebody
And read a
communicate
fucking
with
book.
you-
Touch some grass.
Read a
Book, motherfucker, read a book. But no, I was guilty of that, especially in my past relationships where shit was calm. I feel like shit was boring and, oh, I need to shake shit up or it's too
about to
good to
shake
be
the
true.
table.
Or like you said, I'll go out cheating. I feel like this is the first relationship I've been in where I don't overthink, and I had to get better at that. And I do apologize for shaking shit up for no reason in the past. 'Cause I know I was guilty of that, but this is like the first really peaceful, healthy relationship I had, so I didn't know how to deal with it and handle it. Because most of my relationships was only like 2 to 3 months, so
Yeah.
it'll be over with quick. Because like I said, I don't like the honeymoon stage, so
We're
I'll
on
find
year
out.
3.
Yeah, we on year 3. So like I would like shake shit up on purpose and really try to see if we can last or whatnot with my past relationships. And most of the time I'll find out like this person's not for me, so I just get the fuck up out of there. Like I'll shake the table so much to where I just shake them out the relationship. like I was getting them out of here. But no, Jazz really made me really dig deep into myself. It was really because she gave me LSD.
Yeah. Early on. I was like,
Said
you need to try
drugs.
this.
The drugs got me right.
I was like, you need to.
Open your mind.
Yeah.
She like, here, just take a tab, nigga. Relax, calm your ass down.
I mean, whatever it takes to learn yourself, but once you learn yourself, you know, because so when I was younger, I went through a terrible hoe stage. A very terrible hoe stage. I survived it though, you know, healthy.
Damn.
But it was bad. Like, I mean, names, people, like it was like different girls like every other day. It was bad.
Ooh,
And I don't know how I was able to pull this off, you know.
I remember I was having
How many
different
kids
girls in the
happened
same
after
in the
that?
same
Two?
day.
Three?
Only got one kid, actually. And that was like way after that.
Congratulations.
So,
Have you ever gave any kids back to God?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
He said, "Here you go."
I only gave one back though. I was
Okay.
like, "Hey, listen,
Me too.
you just live across the street. We don't really even know each other like that. I don't think we should do this." And she was like, "You know what? I think we should do this." I was like, "How?"
Yeah,
How?
man. That's women logic
How
sometimes.
old
Yeah,
was
but
y'all?
huh?
How old was y'all?
Oh man,
It was young.
18, something like that.
Oh, baby.
She was
17.
she was headstrong.
Ooh.
She was. I was like, "Listen,
Trying to throw your life away that
I
early?
don't think this is a good idea. You know, I'm poor, you poor.
Right.
We just
What are
poor
we gonna
people
do?
having sex."
I remember
Like,
my ex thought she was pregnant with my child. She said she was throwing up everything, and I just came back from a bachelor party with my cousin in Myrtle Beach. She was like, "Yeah, I ain't want to ruin your trip or nothing, but I couldn't keep anything
It's
down.
nothing worse than
I'd be
that,
throwing up." She was like, "So if I am pregnant, what would you want to do?" And I told her the same shit you said. I'm like, we both not where we want to be financially.
Yeah.
So I don't
said,
think
"Get
this is the
him
right
up outta here."
time.
I have a question.
And
when you're done.
then she said, "Well, that was hurtful. You know, that's all she was thinking about." And I'm like, "Fuck."
And you don't keep it.
Like, I remember I ain't even want no ass on my birthday that year
I'm
because
crying.
I'm trying to because
said, "I'm cool,
every time
I'm
she
cool,
calling
keep
me,
it."
I'm asking her like, "Yo, did your period come? Your period was late." She be trying to talk like everything normal. I'm like,
probably
"Fuck all
can.
that."
That bitch
Yeah,
is
like, come on.
But
probably
it
can.
came after my birthday. I'm like, thank God. But like, I was stressed the fuck out because I knew if she was pregnant, she
was
wouldn't get
about to
rid.
keep
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be
I have a
What question
question.
you
Okay.
So in my salon, I was talking to some older ladies, and I said, if our son, 14, he's 14, I was like, if he were to get another girl pregnant, like a little 14-year-old or whatever. I was like, if he were to get another girl pregnant, and I talked to the mother and I was like, listen, my son is in no space to take, you know what I mean? You know our son. Nigga is crazy. Antoine, you know your nephew. That nigga is off the rocker. Yeah. Like
he's absolutely not ready to be a father.
Absolutely, no 14-year-old is.
Yeah.
But specifically, my son, absolutely not.
Like being
he
in the streets.
is very about himself. You know, every 14-year-old boy, and we allow, you know what I mean? Like
no man is ready to be a father. He's still eating Takis every other day.
You know? And his main goal is some new Jordans and the next blunt. I allow my son to, I don't allow him, but I know he smokes and we know he smokes and I'm not going to stop it. We guide him in the right directions when it comes to it. But I told them, I said, if I talked to the other mother and I said, and she wasn't willing to, you know, to have her daughter go and get it taken care of or whatever, and they decided to keep it, that I would send him to his grandfather's house, my dad, and I would have him sign over his rights. They were upset. They were like, well, how are you going to have him go beyond his responsibility? And if he was responsible enough to lay down with that girl, and I'm like, they both lay down and they both are irresponsible. And the mama should have had her baby girl on birth control, in my opinion, because as soon as my daughter turns 13, she's going to get the next one on. You know, like, oh God. And in my opinion, I know my son is going to not be any type of advantage for a child. So I'm going to send him off.
Disadvantage.
And he's going to be at a huge disadvantage for that baby. I would feel sorry. Like, and I'm not trying to raise you know. So in my opinion, you as a mom should have had that baby on birth control. And we knew, because I know the little girl's mom that be coming over or whatever. I know what they be fucking doing. I hand my son condoms, but shit be happening. You know what I mean? So I said specifically, I'm going to send my son away and sign over the rights. And until he's ready, he's not going to have any contact. Is that fucked up?
I don't think it's fucked up, because it's like our oldest son, you know, he's not even taking care of himself right now. So it's just like, how will he be able to take care of a baby? You know what I'm saying?
At all.
And I have these conversations with him a lot, and he was like, no, I already know I can handle a baby right now. I ain't getting no girls pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And I had that talk with him. I bought him a pack of condoms and all of that. I told him he can get his, and I told him he can buy his own condoms. He was like, for real, I know I can do that. More. Yeah, for sure, definitely, because I'm not ready to be a granddad. Huh?
eBay order them in bulk.
Oh, you said we can
order them in bulk.
Oh, order them in bulk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I bought him condoms, and I had that talk with him. Just like, I remember when he told me he didn't want Jasmine to know, he had put me downstairs. And he had told me that he lost his virginity.
I know, he tries to pull that, I'm only 14. You think I'm doing that? Yes, nigga.
Absolutely.
You came out of me.
Perfect time.
My mom, for the longest, my mom thought I was a virgin, to the point where she was bragging to her friends about it. It's like, yeah, my baby in college, this is a virgin, blah, blah, blah. And like my mom, male friends had her to the side, like, JR is definitely not a virgin. But she was like proud of it, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't had a heart to tell my mom, like, I'm definitely fucking right now.
Shit, my mom found the condoms. Ooh. So they was in her car.
And you left them in her car?
No, I didn't. The nigga dropped them.
Like, y'all, hold on, wait, you was fucking in your mom's car?
No, it was at my house. I was driving her car.
Oh,
he was in my car. They fell out his bag.
Oh, I'm like, damn, you fucked in your mom's back seat.
No, hell no.
I think that might have been the worst.
Huh?
Oh, like in the next room.
In the next room? See, I had the basement, so I was able to bring her.
She had like the living room. I was like in the room, and I was like,
shit.
I'm not going to tell my
See, that's how naive my mom was. Like, my mom, we had a house in Garfield, and the basement was basically like my own crib. Like, only time she would come downstairs is if she was washing clothes. She'll let girls come over at nighttime. She'll be like, oh, y'all can go ahead and watch that movie or whatever.
Go ahead and watch
Really? That movie was playing, but
my son has to be in the living room.
Yeah,
he's not allowed to be in he be trying to go up to his room.
Like, nope. Like any other time your little ass don't want to go in your room.
Right.
So why you want to go in your room?
But as soon as the little girl come over, he's like, I'm gonna be in my room. No,
absolutely not.
Your ass in the living room.
I right in the living room where everybody can see you and where
I
there's
don't know
cameras.
about the birth control at 13. That's different.
Yes,
because
sorry. These kids
have
so
of course
much
you're not going to
access
encourage
to
them
everything.
to do it. We're not going to say, hey, go have sex.
No doors are
Just
shut.
in case.
I couldn't do it.
Kids are smart. Think about when you was a kid.
You gotta
you
protect
found
them
ways
from
to sneak
themselves
out.
sometimes.
I'm a kid. I know I was fucking
No,
Like, I was doing
I
shit
didn't
I
start
wasn't
fucking till I was
I
17.
can't expect nobody else to be starting this.
No, well, because I mean, I feel like right now, the kids are everything's coming to them so fast.
That's fast.
You know what I mean? They got access to so much, and all we can do is prepare them always for the worst.
Guide them. Yeah.
And it's like, I tried to stop my son from smoking weed. I'm like, that shit ain't happening. Weed is legal in pretty much every damn state around us.
We can't hold his hand 24/7.
I can't hold his
with him.
hand 24/7. I'm working. He's working. We got 3 other kids. So it's like, all I can do is prepare you for the worst, my homie, and protect you from yourself. I know there's so many things he wants to experience. So when it comes to women and girls, and he's a little light skin, big lips, big curly hair, cute little boy. So I'm like, oh yeah, they all gonna be on you. So all I can do is when he wants to have little girls over or kick it with his little friends, whatever, it's in the living room where there's cameras and no shut doors.
Hear what they talking
We
about.
can hear what they
comforter.
talking. And I remember I walked around the corner and the little girl hopped off of his lap and I said, I saw that shit, and she was all,
I'm scared.
I was like, ew.
And I'd be surprised that like the little girls' moms be.
She be
cool.
letting her stay the night
Yeah.
or be
Not
over
stay the
for
night, but
not
like
stay the night, but be over.
like late.
I'm like, wait a minute.
And I don't want to just be kicking her out because it's like, where's she gonna go? So I just have to let her kick it
It all
until.
starts with the parents, you know. Like now it's like I don't know where the parents. It's like these kids are like came out of nowhere because
Yeah,
where's your parents?
that part.
Like literally, where's your parents? Now
That
you're like,
part.
like to be like, okay, y'all are bad parents, but where are the parents? Can't even.
That
be
part.
around.
And a lot of the times I'm like, they're so lucky that the kids are coming to this house.
Yeah.
Because I know some of the other people, their house is not the way my house is and the way it runs. Like they have food, it's safe. I'm not running drugs, ain't no guns, ain't no weird niggas all the time over in and out. So it's like these kids be coming over to my house and they be there till the wee hours of the night. I'll be like, and I ain't getting no
My
phone
daughters,
call.
I'm telling you, my daughters.
Ain't nobody knocking on the door to come
I
see
wish they
who,
would
you
ask
know.
me a dumbass
They
question
trust
like
you.
that. I'm saying I wish my
have
daughters
to.
would ask me a question like that go over.
Let me go over here.
Oh yeah,
I'm
nah.
fucked up.
Please.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I
Say
feel
your
like
ass
they
on the
are.
Oculus.
They gonna ask because the girl be here.
Say your ass on the Oculus.
Play on the
I think
Xbox.
our daughter has maybe 2 people she's allowed to go.
In the metal world.
It's just,
Right, metal. You talk to niggas on the metal word. But all right, so this is a controversial question. I'm happy I got another guy here. I would also want to get y'all take.
Oh,
And
here we
Antoine, if you're listening. So I hope we don't get canceled with this topic because I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. But is a man gay if he finds trans women attractive?
ooh. You answer that fast as hell.
Damn, he
What if you
didn't
don't
even
know they're
think about
trans?
it.
So this is the thing. This is my take. So this is my take on it, right? So me, I'm attracted to women. I'm attracted to like natural looking women. So say even if I do know it's a trans woman, right? But say if I don't initially know that, but like if I'm attracted to like just beautiful women and I look at a trans woman I don't know, I'm like, damn, like, okay, they're attractive. But once I find out it's a trans woman, I'll be like, oh, okay, like they still beautiful or whatnot. But like knowing myself, I can't get past at the fact that they used to be a man or a boy. Yeah. So that's where it would stop at. I can admire or acknowledge their attractiveness because like I said, I'm attracted to women. Like if they look like a natural cis woman, that's what I'm attracted to. I can't help that, but that don't mean I have to like indulge in like intimacy with them. That's only because I can't get over the fact that they used to be a man, especially when I can have sex with natural born women.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. So, yeah, I think
I don't think that made me gay if I find a trans woman attractive. Now, I guess the slippery slope is for the man, because I know trans women say if a man do have sex with them, the man is still straight because they're a woman now. So what's y'all take on that?
No, because naturally you're still was born a man. I mean, I feel like.
But they looking at ass and titties and they feel like, oh, this is a woman now. Like I'm fucking. And they had bottom surgery. I guess we should say that. They don't have a dick
It's
anymore.
not just that they be like they were born into the wrong gender.
Body.
Gender, yeah.
It's so you know, I mean, also to not get canceled. I believe.
That's why I said that. I'm like, okay, let's
Tread lightly here. Tread lightly.
Got the PC on lock.
Because the LGBT
Hell yeah, is
Thank
it?
you.
And you know what I'm saying? Both of y'all are part of that
They're
community.
like the
so I support
strongest
it.
community out there. They
Don't
like
matter.
united.
We're cis
so,
women, we're the
I
haters.
don't know war, no smoke
Most
with them.
hated.
But
And y'all bi, so they hate y'all.
I do feel like it's a mental thing. You know, they are born into the wrong body. They're mentally, because I believe that somebody cannot literally like kind of like turn gay. It's always been in the back of their head spinning.
Right.
You know, or you may, as far as a bi person, may have tried something and enjoy it because it's a sexual experience. But you're naturally not like, okay, yeah, I want to be with women. I want to fall in love with a woman or stuff like that, or believe that you're a man. You know, believe that you're the opposite sex. That's where the mental thing comes with the trans thing. Because, like you guys, a lot of women grow up and they become bi, or they like women, or they become a lesbian, but they just like women. They don't want to be a man. They just like women. That's what they're attracted to. So, I think a mental thing is being born thinking should be a man, then transfer yourself to a man. So back to your initial question is, you were born a man, so if I have sex with you, even if you change your parts, you was still a man. That's what you was born. Like, your heart is a man's heart. Your brain is a man's brain, even though.
So do you think Jeffrey Dahmer would eat a trans woman's heart and think like it's a
Oh my
man's
God,
heart?
why are we going?
That's a
there?
fucked up question.
probably. I think
Jesus.
I think he would. I think.
What the fuck?
Because I mean,
He said, and then McKenna said, I think he would.
I mean, probably.
Let me see your baby pictures.
I'm just gonna watch a video, and it's,
Let me see your baby pictures. Oh my
yeah, I
God.
think so,
Clean
especially at that
on.
time because I mean he was eating like a lot of men though. So
He was eating all the body parts.
So if you
He
was
took eating ass to
All the
another level.
guys.
if you was
Yo.
a man, you transferred to a woman. Damn, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Now let me ask you: would you tease one of your homeboys if he was like, "Yo, I had some trans pussy"? That shit was amazing.
I mean, I couldn't tease him that way. What's the question?
She's trying to catch you up.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No,
Trying to get you caught
I would. No, I
Would
would.
you go and see your boys?
Like, would you tease your homeboy if he was like, "Yo, I just fucked the shit out of this trans woman,
Would you play
and the
like
pussy
that?
was fire"? Like, would you? Like, what was your reaction be? Would you think?
Would he do it or what the reaction?
I think it would never.
No,
like,
not
go
would he
away.
do it. I'm saying like, what his reaction would be with one of his homeboys.
Like if I was to say it,
No, your homeboy
Like
came
your
up to you. It
best
was like, yo, I
friend.
was fucking
Your
shit out of this
best
trans
friend
woman.
came
Her
up
pussy
to
was
you.
fire.
I
Yeah, no,
just
not
had-
you, not you.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
Like, wow.
hey, run that back. I'm gonna be like, run that back. Hey, so, like you knew this was a trans, and then I'm gonna just have a lot of questions.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
still be your friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying. This will be a judge-free zone. I will have questions
It's
like the
gonna be
Virgo.
a
in me.
judge-free zone, but
Yeah.
then I'm be like, so like, are you attracted to women that used to be men? Like, is that your thing? Is that your fetish or something? Like, I just be having questions about things, Like, even when I talk to like dudes that's gay, I be having questions. So really clearing the air of,
Yeah, that's true.
because
True.
you don't learn. I like to learn shit. Like, I'm not gonna judge you. I just be wanting to
not
learn shit. You
anything
can't learn nothing
disrespectful.
except exactly from the source. So I asked a lot of questions, but I'm still gonna be like, damn, that's wild. But you know what? You should.
Would you look at them like they gay now?
Not necessarily because they don't like dicks. They still like coochie. It's just they don't like it on me. Like,
A lot of trans men still have their
Not trans.
trans women.
had a penis.
A lot of
the surgery
trans
is
women.
fucked up, right?
Yeah, the surgery is starting to come out
risky.
that it's risky. I feel like with the whole trans thing, it's just starting to get so
Like, say if a man's becoming a woman,
Yeah.
if they get their dick removed and get a
There's a lot of
vagina,
complications
there's a lot
with
of
it.
complications from the surgery,
yeah, a lot.
and they
It's-
won't like the nerves won't feel the same, or
the
they might.
dilation. They got to do this thing where they have to put like this device inside and dilate it and spread it and like open it because it's trying to heal back closed.
Oh, yeah,
And, like it's just coming out that there wasn't enough research done into the aftermath. Yeah, so it's like a lot of trans women are opting out of getting the surgery because of it. And the same thing goes with trans men too, because I could only imagine what it's like to have to build a wee-wee.
Let me ask y'all this.
Y'all are some brave
Not
people.
build a wee-wee.
Let me ask y'all these questions. I feel like I know your answer. Would you bump coochies with a trans woman?
Absolutely.
I probably would.
Bump coochies. I hope you still have the
Yeah.
equipment.
Would y'all prefer the trans woman to have a dick still?
Yes. Oh, you talking about trans men who have the bottom growth?
But I was talking about trans.
And they have boycotts because they're taking
The trans men have they got the bottom growth. I'm not even going.
I know you said you would sell bum coochies with the trans man.
I really hope because there's some trans men that are just, oh my
I don't know
God.
if I would do it if they still had a penis.
Like the trans woman?
Because I was
Got
like,
ass,
I would
titties,
just have
and
to
penis.
sit there and look at them for about 20 minutes.
What about
20 minutes. You just want them to stand there and not move? Like, don't
analyze.
move.
No, you can do everything you want. You could cook in the kitchen. You could do whatever you want, but I just gotta analyze.
Like, really contemplate.
Just be naked. And
If
then
you on acid, I think
It
you'll
is
do it.
kind of
You on
like,
acid.
and
I
this
would
is
have to
not to be
see.
offensive. It is kind of like a mind fuck because it draws, and I'm not even trying to be fucked up or offensive. So please don't take my words.
Yeah, please.
there.
We love all of y'all.
I love
We
trans
not-
people.
yeah,
I
support
am,
trans
yeah.
people.
But it is, and you're lying to yourself when you say it doesn't take you on the journey of the uncanny valley. You know what I mean? Where it's like you see something that's not. You know what uncanny valley is? Like the theory of uncanny valley is like when you see something that's a little off and you can tell that it's not quite human, but it's not quite not human. You know what I mean? So it does take you down.
Real.
Yeah, it's not real. That man back there, that motherfucker back there is not real.
And I know you're not gonna believe me.
Right. So you have to kind of take it all in. So I can only imagine seeing a beautiful ass woman and then bow.
So
Slong.
I was in a threesome with a stud, and I just couldn't get over it.
Ooh. So you
So
left
that's
the
how-
threesome?
Uncanny Valley.
You left the threesome?
I
What
didn't
kind
leave
of
the
type
threesome.
stud?
So
Oh, wow.
for one, the girlfriend wasn't enjoyable, and I was like, I don't know how because you're supposed to only like girls. It just someone like her, but it just was the initial thing that it was a threesome, and I was like, okay, this is cool, but then. Like me and the homie, like, and then it was weird.
Like y'all was running
I
the
gotta-
train or
So the
something.
stud was your homie?
No, it'd be like it's like with the homie because I mean the stud was cool, you know, they was cool.
Was the
people.
stud attractive in any way? Or not really? It
No,
was just-
because
like a dude.
she was a stud. It was like
So you didn't even interact with her pretty much.
we
Stem
tried,
or
but it
stud?
just wasn't
It was
working.
weird?
It was.
They said-
it was turning me up, and it made it more weird because like I got a cousin who was a stud, and she had the same attributes.
I got cousins who are studs
So
too.
I was
dude.
like, this is just. I just couldn't get past it. Like,
How did the threesome come about? Like, how did it
Did
even
you
happen?
stop it too?
so it was asked upon me.
So both of them had asked you to do it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I was like, all right, cool. You know, like, shit, why not? You know, just want to see what's going on.
Right,
and
right,
then, you know, when it got down to the thick of it, I was like, man, this shit is not working. Like, it's just,
This shit is trash.
She didn't even look like a woman with the clothes
so
off.
the
and
stud
shit?
was just with the girl, and then you were just so y'all were just
but not
kind of
really.
like double teaming the femme.
yeah, kind of, sort
So
of.
you like
So
going
you
back
didn't
and
fuck the
forth?
stud.
Or
He
did
said he
the-
tried
what
to,
did
but
the
it
stud
wasn't
like a
give-
little head, but I was like,
the stud
yeah.
Stud was sucking dick.
He said, damn, my nigga.
and the plot thickens. She said,
Like,
did she have a
you know you
fake-
want some pussy.
Wait, I got-
Get off your knees.
No, no, no.
Get the fuck up.
Wait, what kind of
You know you don't like
was
sucking
was
dick.
She the,
Get
was
your
she
girlfriend.
the ponytail high puff stud? Was she the fade stud? Was she the lock
Lock
stud?
stud. Gotta be a lock
She had
stud.
locks. She was a lock
Oh,
stud.
she was a dreadhead.
Had a
Always
bun,
them locks
too.
that-
Had a
She had a
bun.
bun?
Nah, they
Did she have the side shade?
No, they wouldn't even shave. They was kind of
Like tapered?
Yeah. No, they
Was,
wouldn't
there was
shave.
growing.
Growing.
Yeah.
She
And
was in
struggling?
between. She was a struggle. She was a struggle lock stud.
I thought she was gonna have like.
It's one of them
lots
studs who wear like
So
a.
I was like, that's why I need to know what kind of stud were you
Honestly,
dealing
I
with.
know you talking with the shade down like Mohawk.
Yeah,
I probably would
yeah,
just like, nah.
Did she come in there like sagging with her jeans on and shit?
Did she have skinny
Yeah,
jeans
yeah,
on?
yeah, had skinny
She had
jeans
those
on.
jeans on,
Yeah, we
didn't
had
she?
the same outfit on. Like me, you got the same outfit on.
At least she ain't have on jorts.
Oh my god.
They be having on jorts. At least she have on jorts.
Oh, no.
So I know
not George.
one of my homeboys. He said because he into polygamy, so he want to have multiple wives. And he said he was talking to this one girl. He said they was vibing really good, and then he said down the line he found out that she was a trans woman, and he was like, "Damn, like we really was vibing really cool," but he was like he didn't know how to approach it. But he said he wouldn't mind the trans woman being one of his wives. He said he just wouldn't sleep with her. He just keep her around for like
I feel
companionship.
like you just said
But-
that for you.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
what woman is going to be your wife and not be pleased like sexually? You know, like.
I feel like he just said that for you, and that's not even on no shade.
So you think he'll actually fuck the trans woman?
Yeah.
I mean, I would, like I said, I wouldn't judge him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I
It's-
mean, he just said
like,
that
I
for
want,
you.
like I'm one of the most understanding people. like I said, I couldn't do it because it's like, it was all these women out here. Why would I do that? You know, it's just like, I know you said a lot of male celebrities look at trans women like caviar.
Yeah, like caviar. Because, you know, when you're rich, you got all the money, you got all the access. You know what I mean? What haven't you tried? Oh, a bomb-ass trans woman. That's why I feel like we're starting to hear about a whole bunch of basketball players.
Yeah, Sydney Star says she fucked like top tier rappers and shit.
Rappers, people who have a lot of money and a lot of access. I feel like they fetishize trans women, so that's why it always comes out. Eddie Murphy, you know, they try out a trans woman because it's like, I've tried all of these varieties of women. What else haven't I tried? What else is gonna get my rocks up?
This new flavor. And these trans girls, they be looking, oof. They are custom made.
No, they are though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it's hard to tell. 'Cause, like, I was watching an interview with Sydney Star. She said she call it like trick fucking niggas, where she'll like tuck her dick between her legs, and the nigga thinking that he fucking her pussy, but they really just fucking her in the asshole. And she said the lights would be off, and she'll always hold her hand right here, like tucking her dick.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, how do you not feel?
And she said like one nigga got excited and tried to turn her over. And she said she slapped his hand like, no, I told you I'm on my period.
Yeah,
like that's some shit.
I heard that too. I mean, I read Secret Society too, and it was like more detailed about that. But it's just really crazy because that's how it be. And I'm like, how the fuck do you not know? Like, how do you not? I think people know.
I'm about to say.
Know. They just assume they don't know because, I mean, if you ever did anal, you know it's a difference. It's a fucking difference. It's a huge fucking difference. So you like, nah.
Yeah, I mean.
What is the difference? Explain it to me in detail.
So
it's harder to get in.
It's hard to get in. It's the wall.
Okay, what? And then once you break through there,
you can't go in and out like as freely. Like I know you gotta slow your strokes up. You can't really just go pound town.
Different as well.
Yeah, you got like you really gotta consider the woman's pain level and pleasure level. Like you really gotta be considerate to the
what is she broken in?
Huh?
You could just fuck her in the ass.
Well, I never been with a woman who asshole is broken. Like that, I never dealt with one who got fucked in the ass.
Ask somebody what's the difference between booty and coochie once it's broken in.
No, you gotta be generous when
loose
dealing
ass.
with a
loose
asshole.
Different.
And who does it? I mean, even when it's
she eat
dark,
ass before
like,
you put it
can
in.
See, like, I mean, I've never been in a room where it's pitch black.
Well, and it's like a completely different angle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a completely different angle. And it's, I mean, if you study the human anatomy, if you've been with enough people, you know that the body parts sit different. Like everybody coochie hole sits different, higher, lower, or whatever, whatnot. So the same thing, like the asshole, it's just different. So it's like, man, you know, like there's no way you could tell me that you didn't know.
Here's what I'm saying. Like you can feel the balls bounce. You can feel the balls rubbing against your tip or something.
You telling me she never had somebody try to stick their thumb in her ass?
Yeah.
Like you
and
fucking the ass and
but
just
she said
like,
she would hold it.
She
said she would hold it.
No, the asshole. Where's the asshole?
Like that, and all they feel is crack.
Yeah, like I'm more like I feel like me, a nigga like me, like, kind of know
or like spread it open. Like because I'm assuming they're hitting it from the back.
Cause I like I like giving head before I just go in anyway. So it's like
some people don't like it.
That's so dangerous.
Like how is your hand gonna be right here the whole time?
Some people don't like it.
Man, I'm so happy. I can only imagine what it's like to raise a trans child and all the things that you would have to give them. Like, whew. I'd be like, please don't trick none of these niggas.
Like, I got it
down to, because I mean, I feel like that's like murder 101. It's like,
man,
I can't just being in the moment. Even if you're not a violent person, being in the moment is going. You feel
your natural reaction.
The tape come off, a dick slap your dick. Nah, you gotta kill him.
Not the bloop 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 bloop. That was a combination punch.
You're like two swordfish in there.
Right. Like, everything just falls out. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Well, Lord of Luck say these niggas still cockfighting.
Man.
Yeah. If you like unexpectedly cockfighting with a trans woman, that's
y'all hear about like the Just Hilarious stuff and what she said about the whole trans thing?
What she said?
No.
What she said?
I get. So there was one trans woman who was saying like, "Oh, women don't own periods. You don't own uteruses. You don't own the right to give birth, and things like that." And then Jess Hilarious was like, "What are you talking about? Like, we are the blueprint. We do have periods. You'll never have a period." So everybody was just like on Jess Hilarious's ass. And again, it's like, why are you guys mad for her stating the obvious? Like, a trans woman will never be able to have a period. A trans woman will never be able to birth a baby out of their vagina. And all she was doing was like stating the obvious. There is not like we say we own periods because we own periods. Like, it's not a badge of honor. This shit is we have to do this shit month. And so
very annoying.
Yeah, it's very annoying. Oh my God. Especially when you have a nigga who won't fuck you on your period.
Well, I mean, you kind of made
so
me do it, or you tricked me. You fucked me. So I mean,
Put the black towel down, man.
she does. Yeah, she makes sure the lights is off, and she be like, and after we get done, she be like, wait right there, and then she get the fucking towel.
Walmart, get a black
Fresh
towel.
out the shower. That's how you know.
And then when they get on that light day,
It's the
It's
thought.
just the blood is just like. Because then I'm wondering, like, am I feeling like blood right now? Or she's
Just feel it.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm like, just feel it. You just gotta
It's
be
a
in the
mental
motion.
thing, right? It's a mental. Mind over matter.
don't look down.
They were
Don't look
trying to cancel Jess, but that shit didn't work because it was like all she was doing was stating the obvious. Like, even T.S. Madison, if you guys know who that is, she's a famous trans woman. She's dope as fuck.
Yeah,
she was like, why are y'all mad at this woman for stating the obvious?
They don't want to
You
be
know?
reminded that.
And then it
they're
brought
not
up the question,
cis
why
women.
aren't trans men trying to disvalue natural men the way trans women are disvaluing natural women? So it's like bringing up the conversation, is patriarchy still in the forefront? But that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. Well, damn, it's been an hour already. Part 2. Damn. Well, so Jasmine, she always asks this question to our guests. What would you want to leave like the audience with? If you could say anything, like to leave a message to the audience who are going to watch this episode, what would you want to leave them with?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say, like, man, it's a great podcast. Like,
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Really open your mind to a lot of things, and it's good to see different opinions and be able to debate and not argue. But
Right.
For the most part, we all been on the same page about certain things. We just see other people's outlooks, you know, that I'm glad to be able to be here and kind of tell my story and kind of clear the air on some things. And, you know, I'm looking forward to people coming, looking forward to the future for all of us, you know, growing and seeing where we all going to take it. You know, I see the podcast going very far. I see me continue to grow and us working together and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, this was.
They plan.
Just
Oh
keep
yeah,
up
this is,
with
oh yeah.
it.
No, y'all gotta
y'all
have a
got some
conversation
fighting to do.
off camera
I will
for
be
sure.
the director.
Off camera for
Guys will be
sure.
like, put your leg, angle it, 45 degree, 45.
I don't have to do it.
A cute
because I be
angle.
doing like all my own directing. I'm like, nah, you just gotta.
Oh, with them girls, I don't know. You might need some backup.
I'm
then-
gonna give you the full control. Not
No,
just be me.
absolutely not. I was just joking. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Body Mechanics. You can find them at body.mechanics with 2X, not a C.
And yeah, like I said, thank you for coming on, man.
Appreciate
You dope as hell. I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate you being brave enough to even like walk in your truth and to be authentic as you are. Because most guys, I feel like, would be insecure. And I know you deal with a lot of insecure men because of what you do. So I just appreciate you being able to thrive through all that shit and, you know, and keep progressing and keep, you know, being successful. So.
Oh yeah, and I mean, last thing I want to say, like, piggyback off of that is, I just want to tell people, like, be your best you. You know, like, anything I do when it comes to building, massage, anything that I do, I be the best me. Sometimes I know I'm not gonna be great. If I start playing basketball today, I'm not gonna be LeBron James.
right.
I mean, I can be the best me if I keep practicing at it. But be the best you, like you say, live in your truth and just be honest with yourself.
Thanks.
And I mean, life would be a lot easier. People stress themselves out trying to be something they not. Trying to
Man,
put stuff on
tell
the
me about
internet,
it.
Trying to be all these different things. You don't need to be that. You can be yourself and be perfectly happy. Because somebody gonna like you for you.
Exactly.
And the people who like you for the person you're trying to be don't really like you. They like somebody else or the idea of who you are.
Thanks.
Be yourself. It's a lot easier to wake up and be yourself than wake up and trying to remember who you're supposed to be. Especially when you're going through life and you're stressing. So just be yourself. Be the best you. And go through life that way and enjoy it.
Amen.
You heard it from the man himself, Mr. Body Mechanics. Clap it up for him.
Good show. So
Whoop.
fun.
We'll be back here in a few weeks. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Until next time, peace out.
Bye.